Thank you for the intro. So we're going to be running Spyro Reignited Trilogy, Trifecta any percent NMS. Now it has a weird name because it's a combination of Spyro 1 no balloon skip, Spyro 2 no level skip, and just Spyro 3 any percent. So altogether that makes no major skips. Now we are going to be playing through all three back to back. So let's jump in. I'm ready. I've got my own splits up, because there is a decent chance I could get a PB if I have a decent run. So let's jump in when I am ready to go. We'll start the timer around about now. So, for each game, the requirements to get all the way to the end are a little bit different for each game, and we have an instant skip coming up. So normally this first dragon in Spyro 1, you can't skip its cutscene, but if you initiate a running jump, you can just get a skip. I don't know why that works, but it does. So we're just going to do that, grab these gems, grab this dragon, and go straight to the first level. Now, the requirements, like I said, to getting to the end of each game is different per game. So in this game, we need 6,000 gems, and we need 50 dragons. In Spyro 2, we need 40 orbs, and in Spyro 3, we need 100 eggs. Now, it sounds like the run will take all day because of that. It really doesn't if you know the games. And I've played these games way too many times in my time, so we'll jump in. I'm also playing on Xbox Series X, so that does increase the speed of load times on Spyros 2 and 3, but not so much on Spyro 1. Spyro 1 has unbelievably long load times, which is really friggin' weird, actually, because I don't know why. It's weird, because the load times on Reignited Spyro 1, I believe, are actually worse than PS1, which is really weird. I don't know why they chose to do that, but they did, so we'll hop in. Now, the first game, a lot of it is all about really good gameplay as opposed to any kind of glitching or tricking. Spyro 2 and 3 is where we're going to start to see a few glitches and tricks. And a lot of skips, actually. Quite a few skips. But that is level 1 done. Now, we are going to be hopping in and out of a load of different levels. There's a lot of levels where we're going to just be hopping, because we're going in, grabbing whatever dragons or gems we need, and then we're going to be hopping back out. Now, you would think we actually do a lot in the Artisan's Home one. We don't. We actually only go to 2 levels here, because it's not worth it to go for the others. The dragons take too long, or there's not enough gems to warrant going to all of these levels. But Spyro 1 is a bit weird with the way you go between worlds, because, like, between each homeworld, you have to meet a certain requirement of something. So, in the first one, to go from Artisans to, I call it the Badlands, but I can't remember the actual name of it right now. You need, I think it's 10 dragons, and then from that one onwards, you need, like, 1,500 gems. The requirements vary based upon which homeworld you're traveling to. It's really strange. But kind of cool, because it adds a bit of variation to the trilogy. There is a trick there I can do to skip, but I'm not going to go for it, because I've had it before where I've done it wrong, and I have died, and... Okay, so, for anyone who knows how voiding works in video games, normally when you go out of bounds, you'll hit a void, and the void will kill you, and then re-put you back where you were when you died, right? Not in Reignited. In Reignited, if you go out of bounds, you are stuck in the void. It will not respawn you in any way. You literally just sit there and just get stuck. So, because of that, I'm not going to go for those kinds of tricks if I can help it. Sometimes I have no choice. I've got to do a void, which can be a little bit problematic. But you'll see that mostly when we get to Spyro 2. Because there is one void out trick that is very easy to fail. If you fail it, you get stuck out of bounds, you have to exit level, and it's... Ow. Thank you. It's a whole debacle. Also, I should probably mention as well, that... Wait, what was I going to mention? Oh, yeah. So Spyro, the way it's going to work is, I have a high chance of getting a PB in Reignited Trifecta, because my PB sucks. I found that out yesterday when I did a practice run on my own Twitch. Like, my Trifecta PB is terrible, so I definitely have a good chance of PBing. Spyro 1, I have a good chance of PBing, because my Spyro 1 PB is not that good either. Spyro 2, it's possible for me to PB, but unlikely. In Spyro 3, I don't think I will, because I would need a god tier of all god tier runs to get a PB. In Spyro 3, anyway. So on the leaderboard, for Trifecta, I'm 3rd. For Spyro 3, I'm 3rd. For Spyro 2, I think I'm 7th or 8th. And Spyro 1, I'm like 50th. Because I haven't put as much time to Spyro 1 as much as 2 and 3. But I can still give you a half-decent Spyro 1 run, and then 2 and 3 is where I truly shine. Also, for anyone wondering, I am using the OG soundtrack, not the Reignited one. I just prefer the originals. It's way more nostalgic. Because, I mean, Spyro 3 has probably one of my favorite game soundtracks of all time. It is dope. But you'll come to see what I mean about the load times of Spyro 1. Like, to go into certain levels like Dry Canyon, it can take anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute sometimes to load in. It's ridiculous. You definitely should play them. They are fantastic. Now, I'm actually one of the rare runners that has sped-run the original trilogy as well. Mostly Spyro 3 on the originals, but I have dabbed into 2 and 1 in the past. So I have the perspective of running both sets of games, the originals and the Reignited Trilogy. I can tell you this much. Between the originals and Reignited, there's way more glitches in the originals than there are in Reignited. Reignited is a lot about optimized gameplay. Alright, hopefully I don't mess this up, because this glide can be a bit tricky. There we go. Ugh. This is something you might hear me complain about a little bit. So, there is a mechanic in Reignited where if you do a glide, and you miss the edge of a glide, like, you know, like the platform you're trying to glide to by an inch, there's supposed to be an auto glide that will kick in Spyro 1. It works in the other two games too, but you don't need it for those. In Spyro 1, it's supposed to be there. Unfortunately, it's a very, very buggy mechanic, and half of the time, does not work. So, if I have to go for that kind of thing on a glide and it just doesn't work, you're going to hear me moan about it, because it's a mechanic that should kick in, but doesn't. So, for the record, if I do moan, it's because of that. It's a good mechanic when it works. When it doesn't work, you kind of get a little bit screwed, and it's actually really annoying when that happens. Okay. This glide can also be a bit questionable. I might die here, because this glide can be a bit funky. There we go. Nice. That glide can definitely be a little bit funky from time to time. Alright, collected the gemmas. But now, for anyone who's not familiar with me, my name is BenDoesVariety. I do a variety of content, ouch, which includes pretty much bits of everything. Oh, hello? Can I get up, please? Thank you. I do a variety of content, which includes casual playthroughs, hard playthroughs, challenge playthroughs, speedruns, randomizers, bits and pieces of everything. But in more recent times, more geared towards randomizers, speedruns, and challenge playthroughs. Bob. There we go. Okay. Alright, that level can be a bit funky. It's quite a long level. But next up we got Night Flight, which is the first speedway of the trilogy, and these are the bane of my existence. Speedways can definitely be a bit questionable at times, especially this one. Double bonk, nice. Just love the double bonk. But yeah, speedways are definitely the bane of my existence. The only time that doesn't apply is Mushroom Speedway in Spyro 3, because that's the only speedway we do in that game. That one's easy, but these other ones can be a little bit weird. Also, I should also point out that on the leaderboard on speedrun.com, the game is timed in in-game time, not in real time, although you still need a real timer. So, leaderboard placements are solely dictated on in-game time because, obviously, different load times for different consoles, it would make it brutally unfair because if it was timed in real time, I would have record in every category because I'm one of the only runners that plays at a consistent level that's running on either Xbox Series S or X or PS5. And obviously the load times are faster on those consoles because they run off of an SSD and not on a hard drive. Alright, we're just going to hit these lighthouses. There is a faster way to do the speedway, however, I am not consistent with that way. And more often than not, I will probably crash into the water and just waste time. So I'm just going to do it more consistently, which is just the vanilla way of doing it. It's about 8 seconds slower, but it's more consistent, so... For the marathon, I am using way more consistent strats than I'm going to do riskier ones. It is good when in-game time is reliable. Unfortunately, with Reignited, it's not. The Reignited in-game timer is not reliable in any way. Nice. So what I did there was I hit the Egg Thief and then got hit by the purple acid. When you do that, it skips the little cutscene of getting the egg. So it just saves you a couple of seconds. And then a beautiful entry into Dr. Shemp. Like a very, very, very clean entry into Dr. Shemp. That was clean. Alright, I've got to be careful here, because I can easily die here. Boom, there we go. Another nice and clean Dr. Shemp. That level you can easily die on. A lot of people have noticed this with Reignited, myself included. The enemy AI in Reignited is absolutely brutal. Oh my god. Honestly, at times, Reignited AI can be worse than Dark Souls. They are so accurate and relentless. You can come out of a cutscene and immediately get hit, which is what happened to me earlier. I came out of a dragon cutscene, immediately got hit. They have no chill. These enemies will destroy you if they get the chance. And there are plenty of opportunities for them to do that to me, so... You can do manual loadless times. Unfortunately, it's just the way the mods have done the leaderboard, so... Bop. I love it to bop at the enemies. You do get to bop a lot of enemies in Reignited. Oh my gosh, that was close. I got an inverted camera, which is definitely not good. That can get you killed quite a lot of the time. Very nice. Very clean. Did you see that? That dude was gonna whack me. If I didn't exit level when I did, he was getting ready to just level me with a friggin' snowball. This is what I was talking about with the AI. The AI is ridiculous. Given the chance, the AI will absolutely destroy you. But we're already in World 3, so that's very cool. We're only 16 minutes into the run. Like, the game can definitely go a lot faster than you think it can, especially Trifecta, because with Trifecta, you're constantly, you know, on the ball and thinking about what I'm doing next, going through all 3 games, as opposed to just doing one game and one long run. Because, of course, there are mechanic changes between the 3 games. So, it's, you know, in Spyro 1, you really don't have any extra mechanics. Spyro 2 introduces stuff like head bashing and wall climbing and a few other things. Then Spyro 3 has all of that, including, like, other playable characters. So there's definitely a lot you have to think about throughout the whole trilogy. Ow! I got thwacked. Also, some weird hit detection. As you saw, I destroyed that guy on top of the platform. Weirdly enough, his hitbox is actually at the bottom. I don't know why. So you get to destroy him, collect his gem, and then he... there's some definite weird hit detection and collision in Spyro Reignited. That is something else you're going to see quite a bit. Some really weird hit detection and some really, really weird collision. But the weird collision also helps us as well, because we're going to be abusing the weird collision sometimes to either go out of bounds or to do certain glides or whatever. No, the game never updated anything, really. All it did was take out other skips, like level skip and roll in air and stuff like that, which were really cool tricks, but because they're gone, they do not apply anymore, which is unfortunate. There we go. Now, there is every chance, by the way, before I go to the final world, we'll have to do some gem recovery. I will more than likely miss a few gems. Come on. Okay. Whoa, that was close. I almost completely mistimed that. No. Okay. Let's do it. Bop, 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 bop. Sorry, this level takes a bit of concentration to not get myself killed. Okay, you're up there. Boom. Very clean level. Yeah, exactly. You can't really roll... No, on console you can't do that. On PC, I think you can remove updates if you've got it through Steam. Steam allows you to remove updates, which is nice. But on console, you can't roll back. So you can't... Like, you can't run, like, any percent... Normal any percent on Spyro 1 because you can't do balloon skip. There's no balloon skip. So because of that, there are two categories for it. You've got any percent and any percent NBS. So like I said at the start of the run, this is a combination of any percent NBS on Spyro 1, any percent NLS on Spyro 2, and just any percent on Spyro 3. Because on Spyro 3, there was an old trick called Roll in Air, which allowed you to skip a lot of the game. But there was like a better trick found called Scorch Storage, which is available on this update. So we can do that. Unfortunately, it's not a very consistent trick, and it's very, very down to RNG, and like I said, I will more than likely not get it, because it is a very difficult trick to do. Put it like this, so in Spyro 3, if I don't get Scorch Storage, I have no choice but to reset, because it's impossible for me to PB. Even if I have the most amazing run up to that point, it literally saves that much time that you can't continue the run. Because you will lose 4 minutes. And losing 4 minutes on a run that's like an hour and a bit long is not good. Didn't think I was going to hit him for a second. Bop, bop, bop. Ugh, there we are. Come on. There we go. Very nice. Ugh. Ooh. Alright, I don't have sparks, which is a little bit unfortunate, but oh my gosh. There we go. Okay. No, it's really weird with Reignited Trilogy because Toys for Bob decided to patch out two really interesting tricks that couldn't be performed under normal circumstances. Like, a casual, unless they, like, you know, looked up a guide, would not be able to perform something like balloon skip because it was too precise or too button heavy or whatever. It required a combination of inputs. It wasn't something that a casual could just perform, yet they patched it out. Yet they didn't patch out any of the weird collision or any of the weird graphical bugs that you see. Exactly, they fixed a bunch of bugs that don't harm the casual experience. It's weird. Yet you will more than likely see a lot of visual bugs throughout the entire run because, especially in Spyro 3, Spyro 3 is rampant with visual artifacts and glitches that just happen. I'm actually going to grab this now, so I have a checkpoint. Ugh. There we go. Just in case he decided to toast me. It can happen. Ah! Wow. I apparently jumped a little bit too early. Pretty nasty. There we go. Alright, so we are taking an intentional death here. So the reason we take the intentional death is because we walk back here. We want to be back here. It's just faster. Ah, nasty. I gained way too much speed. Maybe no one noticed. Yes, I totally died twice there intentionally, guys. That was totally intentional, 2 deaths. You know, that was 100% my intention, you know? It's just faster to die. Alright, another bane of my existence, let's go. This speedway is very Monka. Yeah, like, I was totally manipulating RNG that's just not there, you know? Alright, this one I might not talk through because I have got to concentrate. This speedway, to do it quickly, is very difficult. I always have trouble with this one, so... Very nice. Okay, good start. There we go. Alright, the rest of it's pretty smooth sailing. The airplane part at the start is definitely a bit challenging to hit all of them consistently. Speedways are definitely frustrating, trust me. I've done my fair share of frustrating speedways. Ah! Whoops. There we go. Okay. So we've got one more level left in this home world. We should have around 3,000 gems by the time I'm finished with that level. If we do, then we're on track, mostly. I will probably have to do a little bit of a gem backup right near the end of the run to get to the final world, but that only takes like a minute, so... Well, depending on how many gems I'm missing anyway. If I'm missing any more than 200, that's a little bit of a problem, because that's going to take me a couple of minutes to like recover from, but... I should be fine, for the most part, providing I don't miss, like, every gem up to that point. Because, like I said, to get to the final home world, we need 6,000 gems in total. Uh, how did I not get hit? I'm not complaining. Come on. Also, for anyone who's not played Spyro at all, it's weird. In Spyro 1, the bosses are actually in actual levels, whereas in 2 and 3, they're just standalone bosses. I don't know why they made that change. I guess because they wanted more traditional boss fights, but... In Spyro 1, it's really cool because they're in actual levels. They're not in, just arenas. But that's not a Reignited issue. That's a, like, OG game developer problem. I don't know why they changed it. Come on. Like, I have no idea why they decided to change that between 1 and 2. But from 2 to 3, all the bosses are in just arenas.
Would you like to go?
Alright, Peacemakers. Let's go. Now, out of all the home worlds, this is by far, in my opinion, the hardest one. So, again, there are certain times I'm going to have to concentrate. because some of these levels can really screw you if you're not concentrating, so I'll have a lot more time to talk in most of the levels in 2 and 3 because I'm more confident with those games. With this game, not so much. Like, I only ran Spyro 1 because I wanted to run Trifecta. That's not because I don't like Spyro 1. I like Spyro 1. It's just, I like the mechanics from 2 and 3 where you can head bash and wall climb and like in Spyro 3 you get to play as alternate characters, which is really cool. It's a nice change of pace. You know, you want that in long platformers. It's a good change of pace. To be fair, a lot of platformers do it well. You've got ones like Crash Bandicoot that give you like different perspectives. You do like side-scrolling or third-person, like just like straight level running. You've got all kinds of stuff with those games. And Spyro has its own changes of pace as well. Not so much in Spyro 1 though. Spyro 1 is just a lot of just level platforming. Not that that's a bad thing, it's not, but... Ooh, nice. Do we get to see an Archie? No, we don't, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately for you, I'm not a fan of the RPG series personally, but... Please don't... Okay. Uh-oh. Ah! I hate this part of the level. No. No. Okay, we're good. We're good. No! Wow. This is what I was talking about with the AI. I literally only just turned that corner and he just destroyed me. Holy crap. He literally wrecked me the second I turned the corner. Dude did have it out for me. Holy crapples. Like, I literally just turned that corner and I got whacked with the electric stick of doom. Feels bad, man. Ooh, one of the boars decided to de-exist. I have no idea why. Oh boy. Okay, this is my least favorite speedway in the whole series. I hate the speedway. This speedway sucks, so I will not be talking through this entire speedway. I need to concentrate on this one. Because I can fail this a bunch of times, especially doing it quickly. Oof. What the? Okay. Try that again. There we go. That was a little bit slow, but I'll take it. Alright. Where's the last one? Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay, a little bit slow, but I'll take it. That speedway is very easy to mess up. It's so easy. Okay. How many gems do we have? We have... Okay, almost 3,800. That's fine. I'm hopeful at minimum by the time we get to the last level before the last homeworld, we'll have around 5,800 gems. I'm hopeful. Slow in a speedrun? Never. I mean, it was still quick. Like, it's still quicker than casual, but not by much. Right, I need to grab this quick because I'm going to rinse pretty much all of my extra health. Beautiful! Oh, that wasn't so beautiful. Oh gosh. This is another level that can really get you if you are not paying attention. Alright. This part, in particular, can be a bit weird. Oh my gosh! He almost got me. Nasty. There we go. Oh, damn it, I got nommed. Ow. Okay, 300 gems for this level, not bad. Okay, and now we come to the most infamous level in the entire trilogy. For anyone who has ever played Spyro 1 in a casual sense knows this level. Treetops. One of the most confusing and unforgiving levels in the entire original trilogy. This is going to be interesting. So, providing this goes well, this level will only take about a minute to complete. Providing it all goes well. Which for me, it never does. So, we're looking at about a 2 to 3 minute level complete, probably. In my defense, this level is hard. Especially in the speedrun. I'm probably going to die here, actually. Okay, no, I'm not. Nice. Alright, grab the dragon. Okay. Nope, didn't grab speed. Got speed, nice. Okay, we got it. Cool. Okay, that's one of the skips in the level. Okay, having no sparks in this level kind of sucks. I need sparks back soon. Can I get sparks over here? Nope. Okay, skip number 2. This one's a bit easier. Very nice. And we have Sparks back. I love you, Sparks. So Sparks is not only my life, but also my gem collector. Collecting gems without Sparks sucks. Whee! Almost missed. Thank you. Surprisingly clean treetops from me. That was a surprisingly clean one. That's cool, Sporadic. Thank you for always, as always, for dropping by. That was a very clean treetops. I like it. Can I do that in the future, please? That'd be great. Straight into another level. This is Metalhead. Oh, gosh, maybe not, because I somehow didn't grab the ledge. Hello? Thank you. Okay. This is Metalhead. Another boss level. So, big suit of steel armor that you have to sort of weirdly conduct to destroy. It's really weird. This is a weird boss fight, but good boss fight. Exactly. Third is first. But no, I'm opening the marathon with this, and then I'll also be closing the marathon on Sunday with my Elder Scrolls Oblivion any percent no out of bounds speed run. And if there's time, I should be able to do a quick any percent run as well, because any percent only takes about 5 minutes. So, Lethal, how's it going, brother? I am not complaining. I think opening and closing the marathon is really freaking cool. See what I mean? That auto glide should have kicked in, but did not. Oh, it's a donation incentive. Okay, I'm down with that. So if you guys want to see how to break Oblivion in about 5 minutes, then don't forget to donate. I have to be careful, I've got no spar. Oh my gosh! What is this texture? What? This is what I was talking about! The textures have disappeared! What is this? This is so trippy! Yo, what the... That was so trippy! Okay, that is wild. Just talking about breaking other games just broke Spyro. These are the kind of bugs I was mentioning earlier on. Like, you know, they never fixed half of this texture bug stuff, so like, there's just so many times the textures just break for no reason. I am good, Lethal. How are you doing? Sorry, I was dealing with some weird janky texture trash. I have no idea what caused that. Oh, there. Beautiful. Very clean metalhead so far. Yay! Metalhead complete. Yo, 2 donations so far. $55. Poggers, dudes. Poggers. Poggers. It is for a good cause. And plus you get to see some really interesting speedruns as the incentives, which is kind of cool. Yeah, work will do that to you, Lethal. Especially with what you do. I have done the same work myself before. It sucks. It's no fun. Dude, I don't know what happens. Like, they never fixed it. The textures sometimes just disappear. Like, the floor textures, they're gone. They're just gone. Like, they abandoned the game. They just abandoned the game for no reason whatsoever. We're also pretty good at our gem count. We have almost 5,000, which is what we need around this point. But second to last homeworld, Dreamweavers. And then just the last one, and then we move on to Spyro 2. Like, it's wild. A lot of the texture bugs, they just... Oh, they're weird. They're so weird. Textures will disappear, or textures change color. I'll give you an example. So, like, the other week, I was doing Spyro 3 speedruns, trying to get my top 3 back, because someone had kicked me out of top 3. I got it back, but in that run, there's a set of caves in a level you have to go into to get an egg. And all of the textures in that cave glue bright white. And I couldn't see a friggin' thing. I had to go completely off of muscle memory to remember the direction to go. Because you literally couldn't see anything. It was almost as if, like, Spyro had just done, like, an LCD trip or something. Like, he was at a party and he got roofied or something. Like, he got roofied, he couldn't see. That was basically what it was like. You just couldn't see anything. It's like, I think I'm playing Spyro, not iTest Simulator. What? Hello? Why does this hitbox extend all the way up? That is weird. Ooh, gosh. Okay, there we go. That was a close glide. That almost didn't work. Okay, nice. I will catch you later, Sporadic. Have a good one, my friend. Thank you for dropping by, as always. I'll also probably mention this a few times throughout the runs. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch, and don't forget to follow FleetFest, obviously, if you're new to FleetFest. They do have some awesome marathons. Beautiful. Good jock. Pretty good jock. I love how, like, people would say that. It's like, Jacques, Jacques. You got the... I love it. Fantastic. Alright, let's bop. Bop. Yeah, we're good for dragons. We have 50, which is exactly the amount we need, so I'm definitely on track. But if not, sounds like I'm speaking Klingon. Yo, that'd be cool though. I'd love to speak Klingon. It's awesome. You know what? I've done quite a few marathons in my time. I've never, ever, ever seen anyone bring up a Star Trek reference. Hell yeah. Love me some Star Trek, man. I'm a true nerd. I'm that guy that loves video games and stuff like Star Wars and Star Trek, and I'm that guy. I be the big nerd. Kapla. Today is a good day to die. Or I should change it for this. Today is a good day to speedrun. I wonder what that would sound like in Klingon. Alright, final speedway of this run. Thankfully, I hate the speedways in Spyro 1. They are nasty. Bop. Beautiful. Alright, this part's tricky. I always have a hard time with perspective here. Alright, get you. Get you. Boom, got you. Very nice. That has got to be the fastest I've ever done that speedway. That was ridiculous. Don't say that. I love watching Next Gen... Voyager too, man. Where's Voyager in that list? Voyager's awesome. Right, 5836. So I need 164 gems. Okay, that's not too bad. So yeah, I have to do a little bit of a gem recovery because I'm a little bit short, which is fine. It won't take long. I have all of Next Generation on Blu-ray. I don't have Voyager or DS9 yet. I need 139 gems. No! Well, they're not over here in the UK. In the UK, they're still on there. They've not said they're leaving, so... I don't know why people don't like Voyager. Voyager's fantastic. It's very like Star Trek, to be honest. There's nothing bad about Star Trek. Come on. I'm sorry, Shrek. I gotta do it. I mean, it's definitely the weakest series, but... That's not because of characters. The characters in Voyager are dope. I have no problem with the characters. It's more the storylines themselves that are a bit weak at times. I definitely think that Voyager got better once they added 7 of 9. Once she was added, it added a lot more to it. Like, Hess didn't really add anything to the series. Still need 19. 3. Seriously, I need 1 gem. That's annoying, actually. Come on, where are they? Where's the other one? Uh-oh. I'm confused. Where's the last one? Oh, over there. Doesn't matter. Go to Jacques. Well, yeah, but for me it was more about how they got past the Borg. Like, because every time it was a bit different. And with storylines like, you know, adding in a new species that's more powerful than the Borg, which makes them just infinitely scary because the Borg are known to be stupidly OP.
Are you ready to go?
Like, I just think it adds a lot to it. Alright, what I'm going to have to do is take note of the in-game times as well for each game. So I'll start writing, because we're near the end of this run. Alright, I will probably die here a couple of times. This homeworld is brutal in Reignited. Also, anyone wondering why I got that dragon, you don't have a choice. You have to get this dragon. If you don't unlock him, the level after this one will not open. So you have to get that dragon, even though we already have the dragon requirement. Like, DS9 is fantastic. I do love the war with the Dominion. That's cool. Like, that is very cool. The good thing is, because we have everything we need, we can skip the majority of these last levels, which is nice. I love skipping stuff. Go across. Pop you. Oh, wow. That's nasty. I'm going to get hit. Yep. I knew that was going to happen as well. Hate that guy. Oh, light kicked in. Very nice. Oh, Scheiße. I need to quickly grab some energy. There we go. Nasty. There is a faster way to do this. I'm going to go the consistent route. You can die so easily if you do it the fast way. It's not worth it. It's only about 10 seconds faster anyway. I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to go for it the normal way. Although I am going to open this dragon just as a safeguard, because I can easily die in this part. Like, you can get ganked. Stop trying to gank me. This isn't Dark Souls. I didn't sign up to get ganked. Oh, gosh. Ow. Boom. Whew. Let's not get ganked today, man. Alright, final boss of Spyro 1. If this goes well, I might just get a Spyro 1 PB, which is pretty cool. like, if this last part goes decently well, I should get a Spyro 1 PB, which I'm down for. No. Oh yeah, Dark Souls does happen later. I'll have to make sure I watch those runs. That was quick. Holy crap. I've never gotten that thief that fast. The speed is too real. Wait for me, Nasty Nork. Wait for me. Dude runs like it's a freaking marathon. Wait, what? How did I miss? Okay. Apparently I got left too far behind. That's nasty, but okay. Fortunately, you don't lose too much time. Yeah, there we go. Much closer this time. There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, Spyro 1 done.
You're toast, Nork.
Spyro 1 is complete. Let's see what our in-game time was. $37.52. We just PB'd. Very nice. Alright, going into Spyro 2. The puns. You so punny. Alright, immediately going in with Glimmer. Let's go. There are quite a few skips in this game, which is very nice. Like, in this level, there's a couple are, like, on their own. So, skip this area right here just by doing a glide pass at the right angle, which is very nice. We're gonna make sure we destroy enemies, because a lot of the power-ups in the game require you to have to have destroyed enemies. Alright, if we can do a glide onto here, and then one onto here. There we go, beautiful. Normally you can only do that once you've got the ability to wall climb, which you get in Autumn Plains, but with those glides we can just get up. Pretty quick, pretty easy. Beautiful. Woo! Forgive me, it's a little bit hot in this room because I've got the window closed to make sure there's no sound from outside. A little bit warm in here. Wonderful. So, abilities in this game include stuff like wall climbing, swimming, head bash, So they're new abilities you acquire throughout the game, which change up the mechanics quite a lot. And then, like I said, for Spyro 3, you have all of those abilities, plus the ability to play as other characters in their own respective worlds, which do change up the gameplay quite a lot in a lot of different places. But you'll start seeing that as we go through. We don't have any of those abilities yet. Every so often you'll pay moneybags, and he will then allow you to use some of those abilities. So, for example, after the next 2 levels, we get the ability to swim, which is definitely required to get to the other levels of the game, because otherwise we can't continue. We're just going to glide past Alora there, because Alora, she'll talk to you, you can just glide past her and just ignore her text box entirely. Stuff like the text boxes don't matter too much, because they only waste like a second or two, but eh. I'd rather not waste a second or two. And of course, the big mechanic change is the ability to do a hover. Hovers are infinitely useful in Spyros 2 and 3, and if we didn't have them, it would suck. So, fortunately we do. But like, I'm going to try and go through this level as quickly as possible whilst destroying all the enemies I need. Like this guy. This guy. Not that one, we don't need him. He will live for today. Also, whilst collecting gems, we need quite a few gems in this run. Not as many as in Spyro 1, thankfully, but definitely still quite a few. Right, we're going to do a glide here, just to get past Zoe without talking to her. Grab some gems. Do a quick hover up here. Alright, level almost done. We still have one more orb to grab. Oh my god, the textures are all screwed again. What on earth? What on earth? Okay. That's 2 times so far the textures have gone all screwy in places. Those green splotches are not supposed to be there. I promise you that this is a very, very legal version of the game. I'm playing on console. It has to be. What is going on? Man, oh man. These texture glitches are wild. So wild. They are wild. They just happen. For no reason. They just happen. Nothing triggers them. They just occur. Okay. This level. So, there is 2 orbs we get in here, and they are 100% mostly down to RNG with a little bit of skill. So there's every chance I'm going to lose 5 minutes here if I get really sucky RNG. Let's find out. Once again, making sure to destroy enemies so that we can get access to a power-up later. Okay, see if we can get this. Oh, cancel my glide too early. Beautiful. This is a quick skip allowing us to get up here early, which is very nice. Because then we're allowed to go over here. And then up here. Which takes us right to the end of the level. But, like I said, we are not done yet. We still have a bit of time on this level to go yet. Like, we still have a fair bit to do here. So we're just going to grab some gems, make sure to destroy more enemy, need 1 more because we need 11 for the gate, and boom, there we go. This unlocks the spring power up for this level, so we're allowed to just bounce around, which is very spicy because we can get up here. Oh gosh, there we go. Now, this is a trend you're going to see a lot in Spyro 2, is I will be completing orbs whilst doing other orbs. So, like, this orb is to get all 10 of the statues, and they're scattered throughout the level. So, in order to get all of them in a very consistent, speedy manner, we're going to be getting other orbs along the way. which includes the RNG fest I just told you about, which is here. Ice hockey. Oh boy, anyone who's played Spyro 2 knows how much of an RNG fest this is. It is brutal. The first set isn't too bad, but the second set can be a nightmare. So, first and foremost, we're playing against the goalkeeper, we just got to score. It's pretty simple. Good RNG. The second set, however, they've got a player, and we have a goalie. So, oh, wow. Okay, that was rough. Oof. There. 2. We have to score 5 times, by the way, on both sets. Damn. Okay, let's go in now. 3. I did not expect him to hit that. Okay, fair enough. Not too bad though. Recovered and 4. Eeper. Okay, 5. Okay, not too bad. First set was okay RNG wise. Could have been better, but could have been a lot worse. Okay. First set, good RNG. That's also good. That's it, good. Okay, this is weird. I'm getting good RNG. What's going on? 3. That's good as well. 4. What on earth? What's going on? I'm so confused. All good. Wild. 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 Do you guys know how infrequent it is for me to get that kind of RNG? Let me put it like this. It rarely happens. Like, that is friggin' wild. Holy crap. Oh, gosh, gosh. There we go. La 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 la. Okay, really good Colossus. Not gonna lie. Decent. Woo! That was actually really decent. I can't complain at all. Oh yeah, one thing that only Spyro 2 does. It has cutscenes when you go in and out of levels. I don't know why they did that, but they did. A little bit of the sprite. Very nice.
Great.
Alright, so we just got... I spoke to Moneybags. I just got the ability to swim, which is very spicy, which we're going to be using that in a minute. But first we have to quickly grab this orb from Hunter. There we go. Also, I should have mentioned this earlier on, so we need 40 orbs to open the final boss door. But in the first 2 homeworlds, we also have to grab all 14 talismans, which allow us to traverse for the next homeworld. I should have mentioned that earlier. So, in Summer Forest, where we are now, and in Autumn Plains, which is the next homeworld, there are 7 talismans per homeworld, and you have to grab them. So you can traverse for the next. There isn't any talismans in Winter Tundra because you don't need them. Because that's where the final boss is. Alright, quick skip to get to basically the end of the level. I better wait. I could have gone, okay, but better to wait. I'd rather lose a couple seconds and play it safe. But yeah, welcome to the end of the level. From the start of the level. I like levels that do that, it's cool. It adds a bit of variety. I speak to this guy just to get a free orb. Free orbs are good orbs. Okay, Mr. Pot. There we go. Alright, quick little glitch here. Just turn the camera. A weird camera manipulation allows you to get through that barrier early, which is nice. Normally, you would need to open up all the barriers, but a camera manipulation there can just allow you in. It's really weird. Again, something that you don't think would work, but does. Alright, hopefully everything's still working fine because my OBS looks a bit weird. Is my voice still and stuff coming through okay, yeah? Because all of the levels on my end have disappeared. Like, all my audio levels. They've just gone. All good. Nice. Alright, quick little trick here, just to get out. Which I failed because I got a really bad angle. Holy heck. Okay. Thank you. Alright, that lets me up. And then we can just start, again, destroying enemies. We kind of need to. No, OBS on my new PC goes a bit weird sometimes. All my audio levels have just disappeared on my end, so I can't tell what's going on with them. Blame him just to get him on the platform. Run and just destroy some enemies, collect gems, you know, the usual Spyro stuff. Now, there's a really cool out of bounds coming up, but I can easily fail it, so hopefully we get it first try. Got it. Nice. That just allows us to skip the gate a bit quicker. And it looks way cool. Alright, we've destroyed all the enemies we need to. This allows us to access the Super Fire power-up, which we need to get one of the orbs later on. Which we're going to start doing now, destroying the boxes. Alright, perfect. So normally you would have to guide the little turtle babies at the start of the level, but because we skipped the gates, we don't have to guide them here. So we can just go straight to the end. Wait, what the? Turtle, get up there. Thank you. Perfect. Another cool skip coming up. Normally we would need the ability to climb, but we can just do this to get up here, which is going to allow us to access an orb. We don't get both here, we only get one. It's not fast to do the second one, and it's easy to fail it too. You can fail the second orb pretty quick here, so we definitely don't want that. I think he went in, yeah. There is a weird glitch that can happen here too. Once you get this orb, the second set will just start on its own. It will sometimes happen if you mash through the text, so I don't mash there because it sometimes just triggers it. It's weird. Alright, back through the fire power-up, and then we're going to go back through the rest of the level and just get the rest of the boxes we missed earlier. Bop, bop, bop. Looking decent for gems. Beautiful. That was a very clean sunny beach. Ah. Oh, good. Alright, there's one final level in the first homeworld, which is Aquaria Towers. Normally, a lot of people don't like this level casually. I don't mind it, but in the speedrun, we're thankfully not in there too much. Mainly just going through the level, collecting the talisman, and collecting 2 orbs that are just super easy to grab. Did not mean to grab that life, but I guess why not? Alright, pay money back to lower the wall, and that gives us access to the level. Cool. This is a growing trend in Spyros 2 and 3, is that ever so often you'll have to pay money bags to access certain things. Like, Moneymax doesn't exist in Spyro 1, but he does in 2 and 3. Which kind of sucks because it means that, you know, you have to collect a load of gems throughout the run so that you can get what you need. Like access to levels or abilities or characters. Okay, didn't take any damage, very nice. Okay, Moneybags, we just paid you 500 gems, to, well, 400 gems to access this level, and now you want another 100 to take the Shark Sub. Seriously, this dude sucks. Dude sucks, man. Like, he just requires so many gems. I think it's actually funny because in Spyro 3, one of the dialogue boxes Moneybags gives you is actually kind of a fourth wall break, where he's asking where Spyro gets all of the gems from, and he asks him whether he picks them just off the floor. It's kind of like a fourth wall break from a game that came out in like 2000. It's impressive. Alright, so we're just going to swim through 2 sets of this, just to get 2 orbs. Pretty easy orbs to grab, so not too bad. Just follow the seahorse and go through the bubble rings. It's pretty self-explanatory and definitely not difficult. I was always impressed with that fourth wall break because, like, typically especially from games from this era, like, you know, OG Spyro era, like 90s to 2000s, you don't see too many fourth wall breaks in video games. Like, it's definitely something you didn't see back then. You see a lot more commonly nowadays, but back then, not so much. Beautiful. Good Aquaria Towers. We're just going to quickly swim and grab a few more gems, because there's quite a few gems in this level. Very nice Aquaria Towers, that was pretty cool. Alright, so we did get a Spyro 1 PB. I got a new PB in Spyro 1, which was really cool. Let's try Spyro 2. I guess I can still PB in this game quite a lot, if I have a really good run. But my runs as of recent have been a bit spotty, so... Boss number 1, Crush. Fortunately, there is a very easy way to cheese this boss, so we're going to cheese him. so. Get hit. Whack. And that is basically what we're going to be doing for the entire boss fight. Get hit, hit him. Get hit, hit him. Get Sparks back up. Get hit, hit him. It's like, haha, the more pain you give to me, the more I return to you. Get hit. Bop. Also, the reason why I'm staying in front of him for a second after I land, it's because if I don't, he will just chase me around the arena. So we do that just to force him to hit the ground earlier. Alright, this time I can't get hit. I need to, like, not get hit this time. 2, 3, bop. And now I can get hit the final time. 1 and bop. There we go. Crush defeated. Now, at the end of the next homeworld, we have the hardest boss in the entire Reignited trilogy, which is Gulp. Gulp is definitely the hardest boss throughout of all of Reignited. He is brutal. You can get your butt kicked so quick. Honestly, like, it's not even funny. His accuracy is like Final Fantasy VII Sephiroth level accuracy. Like, he is 100% the most accurate boss in Reignited. Alright, we have a very interesting glitch coming up in this level called Soul Storage. So, when you defeat an enemy, it releases a soul, and you get 1 soul per enemy. Pretty standard. Now, we need 15 souls in order to skip moneybags here. We need to skip paying moneybags, because he just wastes way too much time, you know, with gem collecting and what have you. Now, there is a way to do it, and it's very difficult. So, I will explain it once I've done it, because I need to concentrate on the actual trick itself. Stand on that torch, just to skip doing that. Okay, this is where it takes place. Zap me. Thank you. Alright, so if that worked, I should have 6, and those enemies will respawn. So pay attention to the top of the screen. Once I've respawned. 6, and they're both here. Cool, we've got soul storage. So basically, what you do is, you kill both of those, and very quickly run to Zoe to get zapped to checkpoint. And then you die. And if you do it quick enough, you will get the original souls from the first 2 deaths, and then you will also get them to respawn, which gives you 2 more. We need 15 in total to access this power-up, without paying money bags. 15, we have enough. There's also a really another good trick coming up. So in Reignited Trilogy, normally in games, you have a boundary of height. So in a game, you can only go so high before the game walls block you. Now, in Reignited Trilogy, you can get past that with a very complex, well, not complex, but it's a very difficult trick to pull off. Essentially, what you're going to do is, because you can move with both the analog stick and the D-pad if you want, we're going to press down on the, well, up on the analog stick, and then down on the D-pad at the same time, in a very specific way. And if it works, we can get past the height cap, and go to the end of the level without needing to pay money bags. But it is a very, very specific, weird, difficult trick. This part is the harder part of this set, so hopefully I get it. Alright, down, and then up, and then let go, and boom, height cap avoided, and we're up. And that skips us right to the end of the level. Yes, so that trick is common on both versions, PC and console, just because you kind of have to. If you don't, then you have to farm like another, I think it's 700 gems, and it just takes way too long. Like, to farm that amount of gems before you get here will take you a good 10 minutes. It's ridiculous. It's good that that trick exists, but it's a very difficult set of tricks to do. Like, when I first learned Spyro 2, Soul Storage and that trick were the bane of my existence. Every run I would fail it multiple times. Nowadays I've got it pretty down. I don't fail it as much anymore, but I can still fail it. Because it's very easy to fail it if you don't do the right inputs. Alright, this part should be pretty fun. 2 orbs from basically no work. What you do is you quickly have to save these villagers from being nommed by dinosaurs. And as long as you know the pattern for the dinosaurs, it's not that bad. Whoops. Oh my gosh, I'm bonking. No, stop the bonk. It's actually kind of bad on my own Twitch. I have a bonk command. Like, I have a bonk command. Because of how much I tend to bonk in my games. Feels bad, man. Dude. Okay, the bonking is getting ridiculous now. Thank you. It is very tedious, but at the same time, it's necessary, so... It's the only thing with speedrunning. A lot of the stuff you do, you might not like to do because it's either tedious or really difficult. I would say this much, like, Spyro 3 has the hardest trick out of Reignited, but Spyro 2 has the hardest tricks collectively out of the whole trilogy. That was close, I almost died. I didn't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. I don't want to rescue the skeleton that flosses. It's weird. Why does the skeleton floss? Like, you collect all the bones for that skeleton, and when it comes back to life, it starts flossing. It's so weird. In the original, it just does, like, the moonwalk, and it looks really cool. And has, like, Michael Jackson-esque music playing. But in this version, it has this weird, air-horny dubstep crap, and starts flossing. It's weird. Alright, next ability we're unlocking now, which is the ability to wall climb. We're looking good for gems, too. Alright, so now we can climb ladders, which is, again, necessary. Otherwise we can't get to the levels up here. Bonk. Okay. Scorch. The level. And I say the level because in Spyro 3 there is a boss called Scorch. I don't know why they reused the same name through the 2 games, but they did. I bop on that. Very nice. Although I now don't have sparks, which is a little bit annoying, but... Quickly grab the gems. And that one. There we go. Get sparks back. This level's pretty short and sweet. There's not really much to explain here. Just running through the level as quickly as possible, but that skip allowed us to get to near the end, so... Just collect what gems we need and go straight for the end. There's not really much to explain here. It's pretty self-explanatory. Ow. So grab the talisman, and then we're out of the level. Okay, Fracture Hills. Now, there are a couple of tricks in this level which are pretty interesting. Out of all of Spyro 2 levels, Fracture Hills is definitely one of the most interesting, because there are quite a few skips and a few weird glitches that occur. But Fracture Hills is probably the most infamous level in Spyro 2, because it has one of the most infamous minigames in the whole trilogy, which is the Alchemist. So, basically the premise of the Alchemist is you guide him through a series of rock monsters and take him to Hunter. He will then free Hunter, and then you initiate the second part once you've got Head Bash. Now, doesn't sound too bad, but the first time you do it, you can't do the second half. And when you come back to do the second half, you have to repeat the first half. It's really stupid. I don't know why they ever programmed it that way. And you would think that in Reignited, they'd have changed that. They didn't. If you do the first half before getting Head Bash, you will have to repeat it when you come back. It is really dumb. I don't know why they didn't alter that, but they just didn't. And people still hate it. So, fortunately, we don't do both halves because we do not have Head Bash. We don't come back here. We only do the first half, thankfully. And fortunately, the actual minigame itself normally is pretty annoying. In the speedrun, not so much. There is a way to make it so that you don't have to guard him at all, which is really freaking dope. So when we get there, we are going to be skipping that guy. And as you can see, still destroying enemies because we need to access the power up later. I did not want to talk to you. I just wanted your gems. Alright, we freed the bagpipe dudes. That allows us to access the end of the level. So we're just going to run, quickly collect a few gems. Oh gosh. Ugh. There we go, before I get whacked. Up we go. Alright, those enemies allow us to access super speed. We're also looking very good for our gem count. Holy crap. Nice. We're looking really good. Alright, so normally you would... Oh, can I go? Thank you. Normally you would have to protect this dude, but we're going to hit that guy once and we're going to run. And then if I do this... Oh, damn it. I messed it up. Okay, that's fine. We can just go this way first anyway. It's really fast if you can do it that way. I screwed up the inputs. That's fine. To be fair, that's the first major mistake in this run, so I can't complain too much. So we're just going to run quickly, grab a few more gems whilst we're waiting for the Alchemist to finish. I'm going to get hit. Yep. Like I said during the Spyro 1 part of the run, enemy AI in Reignited, brutal. Absolutely brutal. Alright, hopefully I can get it again this time. If not, I'll have to go the slower but more consistent way. Okay. Okay. Got it. Boom. There we go. Very spicy. That's a lot of time save right there. So I have my own splits open because I'm obviously recording my own stream. Right now, compared to my old any percent trifecta, I am 3 minutes ahead. So I'll keep you guys updated with how far I am ahead of my old PB. I am 3 minutes ahead currently. And that's purely because I haven't ran trifecta in a while, and I've gotten a lot better at Spyros 2 and 3. So, like I said before, we've already PB'd in Spyro 1. The chances of PBing a trifecta are high because I have a really bad trifecta PB. Spyro 2, I can still PB. It's not likely, but I can. And Spyro 3, I probably won't, because that PB is just going to be so difficult for me to beat. Even though it's only 3rd place, it's so difficult to get a really good Spyro 3 run. Alright, we're going to fight Hunter here, kind of. We've got to beat him to get this crystal popcorn. I mean, we've got to get 10. No, we missed one. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? I'm sorry if I give you guys vertigo from all this camera manipulation, but it's the best way to know where he's going to go. Thank you. Nope. That's 5. Damn. Yoink. Wait, did he get that? No, I got it. Okay. I was gonna say, like, that's mine. What are you doing? Right, one more. Beautiful. Yes, we have to fight a hunter and grab crystal popcorn because I have no idea. It's like the most random minigame in the entire trilogy. We'll just accept the next game and just go. Like, we can just leave, which is nice. Now, we have a really interesting out of bounds coming up, which once again allows us to skip money bags, which is what we're doing it for. Because, ouch, screw paying money bags over and over and over again. Forget that. We're not paying you money bags. We hate you. This requires a good set of inputs, and we've got it. Nice, out of bounds. This allows us to access the elevator shaft, which normally you pay money bags to access, but we got it through out of bounds. Right, get zapped so we don't end up out of here. Thank you. Okay, I better wait. Use that to get a bit of a boost. Oh my gosh, I almost got whacked. That just sucked. Oh my gosh. We made it. Cool. Alright, there's the Magma Cone Talisman. We've got one final thing to do in here, which is the last orb we need from this level. Yoinka! Now, I've made this mistake before. You have to destroy 2 enemies to access this power-up. If you don't destroy 2 enemies, you can't access it. Which I've made that mistake before in a run, and it's killed my run. But now we just have to take these lava balls and just destroy these weird wolf party hat wearing people. I don't know why they're wearing party hats. Like, is this Spyro or, like, 07 RuneScape? Like, what's going on? Alright, bop. Get more power up. I've got to be careful, though, because I've got no sparks. Alright, providing I don't do anything stupid. Oh, gosh. Okay, nice. Pop. There we go. Beautiful. Woo! Woo! Okay. That was a little bit horrific, but we got it. That was a pretty clean Magma Cone, actually. Which, for me, is very surprising, because Magma Cone is one of those levels that does not like me, ever. So, it's very nice that we got a good Magma Cone. We're also looking very good for our gem count, too. We should have, just about 1,000. We have almost 1,100, which is very nice. We have to pay money bags here, which is unfortunate. Give him 400. And he opens the bridge, which allows us to access Shady Oasis. One of the last levels in Autumn Plains. Now, the weird thing with this game is that Autumn Plains has the most levels in it, in the whole game. It has, like, I think 12 or 13 levels in total. Fortunately, we don't access most of them because, well, some of them are speedways, and we don't do any speedways in Spyro 2, which is very nice. Because the speedways in Spyro 2 absolutely suck. They are by far the worst speedways in the entire original trilogy. I just got really lucky there too. Very nice. Come on. Do jump, thank you. Nommed my input. Also, why does the hippo have bat wings? I have no clue. Seems a little bit counterproductive. I don't think a hippo of that size, no offense, can fly on wings that small. Spyro can't even fly properly, and he's a dragon. Like, the physics here make absolutely no freaking sense whatsoever freaking ever. Unfortunately, we can't really go too fast through this level either. We have to escort the hippo all the way to the end, so we can only go as fast as the game allows for this one. What we can do is quickly run back here and grab this, because we're going to initiate an orb in a minute where we need to destroy 3 thieves, and it's just faster to grab that early. You'll understand why in a second. Start that, catch the thieves. Now I wonder, we collect 3 lamps, can we catch 3 genies? That'd be kind of cool. Okay. So we don't want to head back a little bit. Alright, hit that guy. Did we get him? Yep. It just allows us to grab the second ball a little bit quicker. There's 2. Alright, we're just going to explode that rocket, because that rocket will destroy the pot during this cutscene, so it just saves a little bit of time. Beautiful. Good shady oasis. We need the drink. Where's my Sprite? There it is. Gotta hydrate, guys. It's very important for speedrunning. Gotta hydrate. Okay, so we have to pay moneybags again in a minute, unfortunately. Because we need him to open up another level called Zephyr, which is right at the start. But the reason we're coming here now is because there's another orb in Autumn Plains we need to grab right now. Which we have to go all the way to the top of the castle and then do a really long glide to it. Although it does give you a beautiful look around the environment. It looks nice. Looks very clean. Hello, moneybags. Take 400 more of my hard-earned gems. Okay. I talked about this in Spyro 1. This level coming up has an out-of-bounds trick, and I can easily mess it up, so hopefully we don't. But if we do, then we'll have to exit level and come back in, because there's no way to void out. Alright, so first we're going to try and get on here. First try, too. Nice. We're going to grab on here, too. Get up here. Come on. Nice. We got it. Okay, cool. I half expected to fail that. We got it. This basically skips us through pretty much all of the level. And straight to an orb. And then right up here, straight to another orb. 2 orbs for basically doing 30 seconds of work. And then all we have to do now is get to the end of the level. Pretty easy. For the record, I'm going to say this now. This is the first time I've ever gone onto that platform and done the out of bounds successfully in one go. That's the first time I've ever done both tricks in one go. So, practice pays off, man. Ah! No, leave me alone. Beautiful. Boom. Just so you guys know, on my splits, I just golded by a minute. Literally a minute. I just golded by a minute on my splits. So, that's kind of dope. We're now almost 5 minutes ahead against my old PB. Actually, we'll just do it this way. I should have actually tried a new trick, but I kind of forgot to. That's fine. We can do it the old way. It's a bit slower, but if I can grab it, that would be nice. We're trying to get onto this wall. Thank you. Alright, getting onto this wall from here, which allows us to run around and quickly grab a orb and a few gems. There is a faster way to do it, but I kind of forgot. It's something I've not really employed in my runs too much, so... You know it, dude. Third try is first try. What are you talking about? Alright, Breeze Harbor. This level you can get screwed. There's quite a few skips in here, and they are very easy to fail. There we go. Bop. Oh. No, dude. Can I get the gem? Thank you. Alright, here we go. Grab this one. Beautiful. A bit too far, I think. Nice, that's perfect. Wait, did I get that one? I actually can't tell. No, there we go. Oh, Pog, $100 in total donations, yes! Alright, quick skip coming up, so, if I can get it. Quick jump, no, missed it. There's a weird ledge there you can actually jump onto very briefly. If I can grab it. This trick is horrible. So precise. There we go, beautiful. This allows us onto the minecart track, which you can normally only access during the minecart minigame. But we can use this to get right to the end of the level pretty quick. Already $100 total in donations. That is fire. We're only on the first run of the marathon too. You guys are just awesome with the donations, man. Alright, this allows us to get down here very briefly. Grab some gemmas. Nice, we have over 900. Very cool. Alright, that's that orb from destroying all the spike balls of death. And then we're actually going to walk back to Summer Forest because there's a few more orbs we have to do. I got you, don't worry. I've been local recording anyway, so it's fine. I learned that yesterday. Yesterday, I actually got a 33-minute time in Spyro 1 speedruns just practicing for Trifecta. Like, it would have been a total PB by about 5 minutes, and I wasn't local recording, and my stream disconnected very briefly. Like, it was OBS being weird. Like, my OBS, like I said twice, has been weird, and that's probably why it's been buffering a little bit. I need to do something about it. I don't know what the problem is. It's weird because on my old PC it never did that, and that was running Intel. Like, my new PC is AMD Ryzen, and it's the only time it does it. It's weird. It does it like once every so often. It's super strange. But we just warped to Hurricos. The reason we did that was because we can now warp out and go to here to grab one more orb. And now we're going to go back to Breeze Harbor. So when we exit this level, Allura is going to come to us and drag us into the Gulp boss fight. So we want to get those orbs now, so that when we leave this level, we'll just get dragged in. Although, because it did take a few attempts for me to get onto that stupid ledge, I did lose about 40 seconds, but eh. What can you do? Still almost 4 minutes ahead, so it's cool. That trick is difficult, to be honest. Like, it's not just a case of lining up and just pressing A to jump. You have to press A in a very specific way and very quickly. If you hold the input, it doesn't work. Right, I apologize if I don't talk too much during this boss fight, but this boss fight is absolutely brutal, and I can easily die here, especially considering I only have blue sparks too, so... Mega concentration mode is activated because you can get screwed so quick. Hello, Gulp. But basically the premise of this boss fight is to... These pterodactyls are going to drop ammo, and we're going to use that ammo to destroy Gulp before he destroys us with it. Now, sometimes you can get double hits, which is really cool, by getting 2 power-ups that are usable to getting double hits. Some just aren't. If you get a barrel and a bomb, you can't double hit, but if you get a rocket and something else, you can do doubles, which is really cool. Rockets are the key here. But we're not going to see those until after this set. Beautiful. Now we start seeing rockets. Right, one's dropping here. Where's the other one? Ugh. Where's... Can you drop it, please? No, what? Spyro just decided to not swallow the rocket. Dude, I know it probably doesn't taste very good, but... I kinda need you to, bro. Ah, see a rocket drop, but I didn't see that first. Better move. Okay. Come on, rocket. Nope, barrel. I'll take it, though. Alright, we're halfway through the fight. Please, 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 please. Ah! Come on. Show me some love. Ooh, that's rough. That's not love. That's not love either. No! Don't give me bombs. That might not hit. It did. Okay, cool. Whatever. Bombs are the worst power-up. You don't want those. They are the hardest to hit him with, trust me. They suck. You don't want them. Preferably you want mostly rockets, but barrels will work too. Or the bombs will work if he's that close to him. Perfect. Double. At least we got one double. Now it doesn't matter. Whatever power-up we get should be able to destroy him, which is very nice. Beautiful. And we got a skill point because we didn't take any damage. Woo! Just so you guys know as well, we're very close to the end of Spyro 2. We only have a few more levels left to do, and then it's on to Spyro 3. So at most, we've got about 10 minutes left on Spyro 2. And I could actually PB with this run, because this run's been really good. Other than one minor mistake, there really hasn't been that many mistakes. So... Alright, quick little trick here, if I can get it. Okay. Okay, why am I not getting it? Okay. Hello? What? Thank you. Quick little trick there, if I can get it quick, to quickly get to the end of the level pretty fast. Just do a glide hover to get up there, and then boom, straight to the end of the level. This is all we do here. We do not do anything else in the level, because it's not worth it. The other orbs are just too slow. But that one, with that little wall trick, it's not too bad. Although, I must admit, I've never failed it that many times in a row, but eh. And we have the 1,000 gems that we do need, which is dope. Alright. So now we can go ahead to Moneybags, pay him the final time, which gives us Head Bash. There we go. So we're going straight into Metropolis. Now this is actually a very difficult level. We actually do pretty much everything in here as well, other than collect all the gems, of course. Because at this point we do no longer need gems. We don't need them for anything now in this game specifically. Like, we needed the final 1,000 to pay for Head Bash, and then that is it for gems. We need no more, so... Gem pickups are not happening now, unless, of course, we just run into them, but... We're going to come up here and do a quick mini-game. Just glide past him, not to talk. And we have to send these bombs back to the weird bull. Oh, what? Why do you go for the center again? I'm confused. What is going on? Why is he doing them out of order? That's weird. That shouldn't be happening. Nice, we got him. Actually very difficult, because in this game, when you're on ice, you will just move forward. It's really weird. A weird mechanic they just kept from the original. Just refill quick. Feel a lot safer in this game if I refill. Well, at least this level anyway. This level you want to refill on sparks, because you can get hit quite easily quite a few times, and you can die, and not cool. Ice physics are okay in Spyro 3, they're just not good in Spyro 2. They suck in Spyro 2. Yeet. I mean, it depends on the game. Ice physics most of the time are bad. In Spyro 3, they're not too bad. In this game, they suck. They're terrible in this game. Alright, gotta take down the sheep sources. Alright, where are we looking? Oh, down here. Where's the last one? I always get confused with this one. There we are. And then take down sheep again. Oh, I missed that one. Okay, fine. I can get him on this pass. No! The sign blocked my fireball! Stupid sheep got lucky. Thank you. I mean, some ice physics in some games are decent, but like a lot of the time, ice physics in games are really bad. One of the best examples for that is probably one of my favorite games, Zelda Ocarina of Time. The ice physics in that game suck. They're terrible. They're not fun. It's counterintuitive to the combat. It's just not good. Alright, so we're just going to do a quick fly, glide, bounce, bonk setup here quickly. And then we're just going to run this way and do a head bash down. This leads us to one of the final orbs of the game that we need. And then weirdly enough, we're actually going to quit game. And then quickly go back in. So we quit game here and go back in for two reasons. First and foremost, because it takes us to the start of Winter Tundra, where we get another orb. Secondly, it refills our sparks, so we get full sparks when we come back in. And this leads to another orb. And then we go back up these stairs. Straight to this orb. We're on track, because we get 3 more from this level. So this is the last level of the game, and then we go straight to Ripto. And then it's just Spyro 3. Now this level is the best example of how quickly you can get screwed by enemies in this game. Enemies can absolutely destroy you in Reignited if you aren't careful like that. Bonk, and down. There we go, nice. I missed one, damn. I did that yesterday as well, actually. I missed one. It's not too bad, though, because we can just send it back across. There we go. You only lose about 8 seconds, not too bad. Quickly refill Sparks energy. The reason why I chose to get a refill right there is because once we do this last part, we go straight to Ripto, and I'd rather have full health going into that fight. Because the fight can get a bit stupid at times. Like, it's the most RNG boss fight of all boss fights in the Reignited Trilogy. Purely because Hunter is a douche, and most of the time decides to help Ripto instead of helping you. It's really weird. But you'll understand when we get in there. There we go. Alright, that's Robotica Farms complete. And then straight to Ripto. Woo! Alright. We're actually having a really good set of runs so far. I'm liking it. There we go.
Alright.
Hello, Ripto. Gotta admit, I don't like his design in Reignited. He looks a lot like Scrappy-Doo from the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. Blame him just to delay his hit a little bit. Come on, Hunter. Perfect. No! Okay, we got it. Nice. Nice. We got a lot of hits from that. I'll take it. Come on, Hunter. Oh gosh, I didn't realize there was a power-up. Where is he? Damn, I couldn't keep track of him. I gotta admit, they improved his AI quite a lot in this version of the game. He actually runs from you, and he can dodge you pretty hardly. Oh no. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. Hunter decided to help him. There we go. Okay, I'll take it. Got it, okay. First phase down. So, what Hunter likes to do is he likes to drop power-ups right in front of Ripto. Which helps him and pretty much screws me constantly, which is really annoying, actually. Fortunately, with this phase, you can actually steal the power-ups. Because they're visible to you for a second before he can eat them. Hunter, do you want to throw something? Thank you. Seriously? Total bullcrap, but sure. So what happens when... Damn it. What happens when you get too close to him with the supercharge? Sometimes the camera will invert, and when it does, you have a real hard time telling where the hell you are. Surprised he's not dropping fodder yet. Ah, no. Okay. Second face down. Fortunately, I think we get a full sparks refill for this section, so we're fine, I think. Yes, you do. This section is actually the easiest of the whole boss fight. You literally just fly around with Super Fly, Permanent Super Fly, and Permanent Super Flame, and just wreck him. Like, it's not that difficult, providing you're a little bit accurate with your shots. Oh gosh. Okay, I had to... Okay, nice. He's gonna go around the castle. No, he's not. Okay. Where is he? Oh, he went round. Okay, yeah, he did. Whoa, he's going fast. There we go. That's Spyro 2 done. So, what is our in-game time for this one? 46:58. Not a PB, but close to my PB. And straight to Year of the Dragon. 2 down, 1 to go. Woo! Thank you very much for changing the game title. Now, Spyro 3 is the one where I have the most effort put into, so you should see a half-decent run, providing I don't suck. But the goal of this game is to basically get 100 eggs so we can go to the Sorceress. Pretty self-explanatory, although a lot of the time there is quite a few tricks and skips in this run, so... Definitely... Wow, nice. That was really bad. I don't know what that was, but sure. Whatever. But, definitely a lot more intense this run. So just a quick skip to get up here a little bit faster. And then we just want to fly across here and quickly grab this egg. Like, the first level is pretty easy and self-explanatory. There's not really any tricks to it. This one's just about movement. There are a few levels in this run that are just about movement. Pretty much. Very nice. Okay. Next up, Cloud Spires. Cloud Spires has a few tricks in it, which is nice. Alright, straight to Sunny Villa. We have to talk to Hunter before we go into the level, so he'll appear outside this level once we're done here. And an immediate skip coming up. That just allows us to get to this section. We save about 30-40 seconds by doing that, because we'd have to go around otherwise. Another skip coming up right now as well. So if I can do this right, there we go. This skips us basically to the end of the level. Although the skip looks really easy, I promise you it's not. That skip took me forever to get down correctly. Like, it may look really easy, I promise you it's not. Okay, this part's a bit tricky too. So, goal here, destroy all the bell tower demons, and there's an egg thief up here we can grab as well. I'm actually going to have to skip a bunch of splits because they're out of order. This is how long it's been since I've done Trifecta. There was a route change for Spyro 3 a little while ago. Like a couple weeks ago now. So, I haven't altered my splits since, which I should have done. I kind of forgot to. Very nice. Skip. Skip, skip, skip. There we go. I have to skip like 4 splits on my splits because they're just completely out of order. So I now don't actually split again until the first boss fight. Alright, quickly grab these gems. Now, there is a way to get this egg pretty quickly. Unfortunately, I am not consistent with it in the slightest. And like I said before, for strats, I know I'm going to fail like 20 times. I'll just do a little bit of a slower but a more consistent strat to get it. Just mainly for safety. I don't want to spend 2 minutes on like a stupid strat when I could just waste 10 more seconds and just go around. Like, there's no reason to. Normally, don't get me wrong, if I was doing, like, obviously just runs on my own, I would probably go for it, but Marathon, I don't want to spend 20 minutes on the same strat. I might as well just do it the slower way, quickly. But we're just going to run through quickly. We're actually going to... Okay. A lot of people don't know why I do that. Once I've got the egg, I walk forward. The reason I walk forward is because it resets the position of that guy I flamed behind me. Now, if you grab that egg and immediately go to do the jump, he will whip you no matter what. You'll always get hit. If you walk forward, it resets his position so that you don't get whipped. Oops, I did not mean to split there. Keep forgetting not to split because my splits are wrong partially. Alright, immediately we're going to swim and go straight into Seashell Shore. Now, there's actually a really cool, easy out of bounds coming up in this level. It's very easy to do. It's not difficult at all. Anyone could do it. And we kind of have to. In the old route, we didn't need to, but in this route, we have to, because we do not have Sheila yet, and we have to access a Sheila portal. So, first instance of a playable character coming up as well. So we do get into this corner and mash A, and that's going to allow us to get out of bounds. And straight through the portal. Time our jumps. Very nice. I think it's really cool in Reignited as well, because Sheila bounces in time to her own music. It's really dope. Oh my gosh, that was close. Alright, nice. Alright, if we can get it. Nope. Damn, that glide's a little bit finicky at times. You can do a quick, like, super sketchy glide to get across instantly, or you can just do what I did. Doesn't matter, either way it's pretty quick. I mean, it's quick to do the glide, but it's cool. Oh yeah, this is actually an important instance I should probably talk about. So, like I've said before, the Reignited Trilogy speedrun-wise is timed with the in-game timer. The reason is because the different consoles give you different load times, regardless of whether it's HD or hard drives or SSDs. Now, in certain instances, the in-game timer does not count. So when you're in load screens, or when you die, or whatever, those kinds of screens don't apply for the timer. Weirdly enough, in Spyro 3, if you're in the wind tunnels, the time doesn't go up on the in-game timer. No one for sure knows why. I have a theory that it's to do with the guidebook. So, if you press the, like, select button, it brings up the guidebook. And in instances where the guidebook can't open, I think that's when the in-game timer stops. And you can't open it in the wind tunnels. Or in load screens, or anything like that. So I'm assuming that's what the in-game timer is timing from, the guidebook, when it can and can't be opened. But we're just going to collect some gems and straight into the only... This is the last speedway of the entire run. We do not do any more speedways after this one. Thankfully. Fortunately, this speedway is not too bad. This speedway is okay. Beautiful. Getting all of those in one go is actually quite difficult. Especially the butterflies. The butterflies suck. They're so hard to grab like that. But we're going to quickly start again, and this time go over to Hunter to do his little minigame, which is, we're going to destroy sheeps and UFOs, like in Metropolis, but this time they're trying to steal a dragon egg, which is actually really evil. And that's going to give us both eggs, the one for that and the one for the speedway we just did. And then we're going to quickly run back into the challenge, but not for long, because we're going to warp Cloud Spires. We're going to go from here to Cloud Spires, and then we're going to exit level in Cloud Spires. So we can access Sheila. It's just faster to access Sheila this way. You are going to see a little bit of warping between levels as well. Again, it's just faster. Alright, Moneybags. Free the kangaroo, please. Alright, that kangaroo has been freed.
Thanks.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, wow. That is horrific placement. Oof. That Rhinoc was placed so bad. Feels bad, man. There's not really much for me to explain in this level. This level's very linear. You literally go in order and just get eggs. Along with picking up gems along the way, of course. We want gems. Yeah, every other character you play as plays very differently. So Sheila's very bouncy, you jump a lot with her. Sergeant Bird, of course, is a penguin. And of course, you know penguins, they always fly. You know. Because they're going with hyper-realism in this game. And then you've got Bentley. Bentley is slow and plodding, but he's very strong. Unfortunately, we don't actually get to play with Agent 9 this entire playthrough. Agent 9 is just someone we don't get to play, but he is a monkey with a laser blaster. Unfortunately, like I said, we don't get to use him. Oh, no, 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 no. We actually get to play as different characters. Like, we get to play as different characters. And of course, Sheila is then going to take us straight over to the first boss fight. Now, okay, I can easily die in this fight. There's a way to cheese this boss, but it is very difficult. You can easily die doing it. So I will try my best to do the cheese strats, but I might have to play it a little bit safe depending on how it goes. Just to forewarn, there's every chance I can get my ass kicked. So bop. Alright, get him into the lava. Here we go. First part. Ah! No! See what I mean? That's what I meant. Because in Toys for Bob's Infinite Wisdom, when they were developing this game, they didn't add any kind of invincibility frames. So if you get hit once, you can get hit again and it will kill you. Which is a big feels bad, man. Now my position here is hopefully going to make it so that he won't hit me, he'll just roll on to the next part. I'm just going to do this and bop him. Although for the next one I will have to play it safe because I only have green sparks now. Oh, he's hitting me. Yeah, okay, this is bad. This is really bad. Okay, not bad. Got sparks back. Fine. I've played safe though. What the? What was that? Okay, game. Sure. Whatever. This is bad. He's gonna have to hit me. Yeah. I can't do that trick again. If I do, I'll die and... Eh. This is really bad. I need to move. Please don't hit me. Sheep, where are you? There we go. Okay. Whoa. Whatever. We shouldn't die now. Last hit. Done. That was rough. That was a rough boss fight. Oof. But we got it. My gosh. That was an absolutely destroyingly rough fight. Ugh. Okay. But we're into the second homeworld now, which is really cool. But yeah, Toys for Bob in their infinite wisdom decided to not give you any kind of invincibility frames at all, so that can happen in that fight. If you get hit into the lava, there's every chance he'll ram you again and again and again, until you die. Instantly. Which, in my opinion, is a very, very, very bad way of developing a game, with no invincibility frames whatsoever freaking ever. When the originals included it, it's kind of weird. I think the Toys for Bob, what they were trying to do was what Vicarious Visions did to the Crash Insane trilogy, is just purposely make it a bit more harder. I don't see why they would want to, but that's what they kind of did. But unlike with Crash, it's not like a fun hard. It's not like fun, it's total bullcrap. Like, a lot of the stuff you will die from in this game is absolute bullcrap. Alright, quickly quit game and go back in. This, like I said, just like before, gives the sparks back and takes us back to the start of the level, which is where we want to be. Okay, this is a weird trick. Got it. Nice. This skips us to near the end of the level. Nice. And we have a pretty cool minigame coming up. Skateboarding. Which also has a bit of a questionable development choice. I'll explain when we're in. So, we have to do skateboard training, and then we have to, like, battle him. We get 2 eggs from this. Now, okay. So, oops. Actually, okay, that worked, whatever. Didn't mean to do that, but sure. So, you have to battle him in points. Now, the way Toys for Bob did the remake was if you get enough points and then just give up the minigame, you'll still beat him. Which you'll see in a minute. It's a really weird design choice. I have no idea why they did that, but I'll take it. It means you get to skip over a minute, which is nice. But right now, we're just doing skateboard practice, just learning some tricks. Oh yeah, this part can screw me a bit, actually. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. Damn it. I hate that. That's such a bad glitch. So it's a glitch that can occur if you don't have enough speed going off of the ramp. Your board will just instantly break and you get stuck at the bottom. It's stupid. It's a really bad glitch that just happens. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to score a load of points and then just give up. And that makes us beat him instantly. I don't know why that occurs like that, but it just does. Not that I'm complaining, mind you, because it does allow us to skip like 2 minutes of playing around. But we're out of Enchanted Towers and we're going into Icy Peak. Now, this actually is not a bad level with ice physics. It's not terrible. The ice physics in this game are pretty decent. Okay. Oh, it's so hot in this room right now, man. Let's have a quick drink. Seriously, game, you choose now to screw me. Okay. What I was trying to do was flame breath that TNT block into the ice. However, another weird glitch that can occur is if you hit it at the wrong angle, it will instantly blow up. Another weird glitch that can just happen. It's really stupid. Again, don't know why it happens, it just does, other than the angle, I guess, but that's the only thing I can figure out, is the angle. It's weird. So that just makes us lose about 10 seconds for that. Like, no reason whatsoever, by the way. Bop. Ah. Really bad angle. Holy hell. Okay, we're just going to do a quick glide onto here. Normally, you're not supposed to be able to do that, but like I said before, Reignited has some really weird collision. And we can abuse said weird collision. And again, abusing collision, we can hopefully... Ah, missed it. Get to that egg pretty quickly if I can get it right. Ah, come on. I don't normally fail at this much. Come on. Dude, I'll try it once more. If not, I'll go the slow way. Stupid. I hate this trick. Trick sucks. Okay, whatever. I'll do it the slow way. Screw you, game. You want to be difficult? Fine. Dumb, but fine. I'll have to go the slow way. I can't keep wasting time on that stupid trick. Come on. Bop. There we go. It's a really dumb, precise trick. It's stupid. That trick is horrible. Very nice. Break the ice and we go to the end of the level, pretty much. Alright, normally you would have to fight the yellow one first and then go to the red one. We could just do that. Get rid of the red one and then go backwards on the track and hopefully hit the yellow one. Very nice. I think my mum is trying to get my little brother from outside. He's probably refusing to come in, which is... again, playing into his autism. Alright, Sergeant Bird's base. So this is the second playable character we get to play as. What is going on downstairs? Alright, Sergeant Bird. So, his level's actually pretty self-explanatory. Just like with Sheila, it's quite linear. We don't do everything in here, unfortunately, because, like, one of the eggs is just not worth it, but the other two definitely are, so we just have to quickly run through and just rocket launch these enemies. Yeet. Grab gems. Beautiful. Alright, let's take the weird iron crap and put them on their proper places. Right there. Nope. There. Bop. Bop and bop. Sergeant Bird's base done. Okay, Spooky Swamp is a very quick, very linear level. Again, there's not much to explain. You literally run through as fast as you can, get 3 eggs, and boom, done. Although, one quick weird thing with this level. So no matter which version you play on, when you go in, it will black screen for about 10 seconds. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to quickly quit game and go back in. The reason we do it is because if you wait there until it unblack screens, you will just lose 8 to 10 seconds for no reason. Whereas if we do it this way, you really don't lose any time because the in-game timer doesn't count when you're quitting game. So we just do that quickly, just to make it so we don't lose that much time. And the good thing is, on Xbox Series SX or PS5, it will be way faster loading back into the game because of the SSD it runs off of, which is very cool. Grab this egg, and then level complete. Like I said, that level's very linear, very easy, very basic. It's not a hard or long level at all. The next one, though, is pretty interesting. Bamboo Terrace. There's quite a few skips in this level, so... like, the majority of them are pretty easy, though. It's not bad. We're just going to grab these gems, run up here, and go into the Super Fire power-up to get an egg. Because we have to break these weird pots. Now, I'm actually going to do a kind of a weird trick here. Because there's an egg up there, too. So I'm going to break 3 pots. And then I'm going to go into first-person shooting view and fire at this pot. And then go and get this egg. And then it will give me that egg. A really cool, weird trick to get both eggs instantaneously. And then that positions us right in front of Bamboo Terrace. Which we can just flame, and flame more, and then cutscene. Now, you do move pretty weirdly through this level. So we're going to go this way first. I always flame that guy for safety, because if he thwacks you, you can get knocked off. And that's not good, because you start right back at the start, because there's no checkpoint until there. Alright, nice little skip coming up. Normally we'd have to save all the pandas. We're not going to do that, unfortunately. Sorry, pandas. We're just going to go over here and hover. But it is a very specific glide. It's not just like an easy, normal glide to do. It's pretty specific. But it's, again, if you're consistent with it, it's easy. Over here, just get this guy, grab his gem, talk to you, that's the end level egg. And then we have one more egg to get in this level, which is an egg thief. Fortunately, we don't actually have to chase him too much. Well, providing I don't mess this up anyway. So we're just going to do a weird glide over to here. Hello? Why didn't he move? What? That has never happened before. Normally I either... What? I am so perplexed. That has never oh, no. Okay, we're losing about 2 minutes now, because I have to chase him. That's total bullcrap. Go away. Okay, never mind. We're not losing that much time. We only lost about 30 seconds. That's never happened before. Like, the egg thief just didn't jump down. Normally what's supposed to happen is you'll do the glide down and he will jump over you and you can just flame him and he'll just go. That time, he didn't move at all, which I'm really confused at because that's never happened before. Normally, he either goes too late or too early or on time. He just didn't move there. That's kind of strange. I can't explain it. I don't know. Alright, Evening Link. Once we've beaten this boss fight, Spike. Now, in the original Spyro 3, Spike was actually quite a difficult boss fight. Not in Reignited, he isn't. For whatever reason in Reignited, they took the difficulty of the original Spike and gave it to Gulp in Spyro 2. So, all the bosses in this version of the game are decently easy. I mean, other than, of course, Buzz. Buzz is actually the hardest boss fight, which is kind of ironic because he's the first boss fight. RNG, be kind. Nice, it's good RNG. So we have to hit him 6 times in total, with 3 different power-ups, so 2 for each power-up. That's not good. Okay, never mind. He could have just turned around and whacked that if he wanted to. But he decided to be kind. Come on. Come on, birdie. Drop me a power up, please. Thank you. Oh, no. Okay, wait. We still got him. Fine, whatever. Bop. 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 Drop. So I'm actually following Sergeant Bird because he's the one who's dropping power-ups for me. Beautiful. Not a bad spike fight. I need to stretch quickly. Oh, gosh. Ugh, been sat in that position way too long. Whew. So far, though, the RNG hasn't been that bad, like, all things considered. You know, like, there's been a lot of RNG throughout, like, all 3 games. And so far, it's not actually been that bad. Which is surprising, because normally when I run Trifecta, the RNG is pretty insane. Although, this is the most RNG heavy section of the run, so... At the boss of this world will dictate whether or not we save 5 minutes. Because there's a very specific trick called Scorch Storage. I apologize if you can hear that. My brother's in meltdown. I think they finally got him inside. He'll calm down in a couple of minutes. But yeah, like I said, there's a trick called Scorch Storage. And that will dictate whether or not we save 5 minutes. So we really have to pray to RNGesus for that, because if we don't get the RNG, and my timing is off, then we don't get the trick, and we basically lose 5 minutes. It's a pretty rough trick. Fortunately, in my 90% Trifecta PB, I didn't get the trick, so I can still PB in Trifecta without it. I can still get a PB without storage from that, so... Exactly, not bad in a marathon is definitely worth it, so I'll take it, you know. I've ran Spyro games individually in marathons before, and they've been definite RNG hell. Especially last time I ran Spyro 3, oh my gosh. That was RNG hell. Come on. Ah, we missed it by an inch. So what I'm trying to do is do what's called a bomb boost to get it to the end of this part faster. Oh no, come on dude. No, why am I sucking at that now? Come on, I don't normally fail this. Thank you. Third try, I'll take it. What is it with all the third tries in my Spyro runs today? Dude, third try again. What's happening? Like, so many third attempts at some tricks. Like, what is going on? What is happening? I am so confused. Like, just third try, here, have a third, and another third. Would you like a third of my Spyro ice cream? Sure, why not? A third is the best, clearly. Bop. Alright, we're just going to quickly collect some more gems, and then we're going to go into the next level, although I'm probably going to die in there because I don't have any sparks now, which is a little bit unfortunate. Quickly collect a few more gems on the way. Lost Fleet. This is probably the most infamous level in Spyro 3. A lot of people casually hate this level. I don't. I love this level. This level's fantastic. It's super stylish with its green acid and its sort of piratey shipwreck feel is dope. I don't know why people don't like it. Alright, get sparks back. Thank you very much. Very nice. We can get back to full. Dope. Dope. Nice. Pretty clean Lost Fleet so far. Reminds me of the Futurama episode where Bender bakes with third, and third. It was never explained what the other third was. Dude, I don't get it. Like, the 3 appears to be my lucky number today. You know what? I'll take it. Third attempt on a lot of these tricks really isn't that bad because a lot of these tricks don't lose you a lot of time. So it's fine, whatever. I mean, sure, the trick in Icy Peak I couldn't get. That was annoying, but it was also very precise. And because I've had to close my window to block outside noise, and because it's so hot today, my hands are sweating like crazy. I have to keep rubbing my hands on my trouser leg because they keep sweating so much. It is hot. Beautiful. Beautiful. I don't like the subs, though. This is a massive RNG fest. Beautiful. Both of them are tailing. Not bad, actually, because now I know where the last one is. He's here. Boom. I will take it. It is roasting where I am. Ah! No. There we go. It is roasting where I am. Put it like this. I've got a thermostat on my wall, not far above where my PC is. Currently in my bedroom right now, it's 38 degrees Celsius. In my bedroom alone. It is hot. It would be a lot cooler if my window was open. Okay, this guy's not going to glitch. So, if you go into the whale to get the egg at a really dodgy angle, it will glitch and just constantly keep spitting you out and drawing you back in again. Fortunately, that didn't happen, but there is a good fix. If you couldn't, like, quit game, it would be a soft lock. Fortunately, you can quit the game and go back in. I should also probably mention, too, that this level loves to screw me. I often have very bad charmed ridges in my Spyro 3 runs, so prepare to see me die a lot, because this level just hates me, and I don't get it. I like this level a lot, yet it just does not like me at all. Alright, quick skip here. We're just going to glide onto the bottom of this. This allows us to access this way earlier than we should. Alright, and we're going to go through, bop. Okay, so far so good though. Alright, this is a weird sequence coming up if I can get it. That might have worked. Yep. So we killed all those enemies in succession, which opens up the gate to the end, and this little shortcut here. No! Oh my gosh! He almost whacked me off. That would have been so bad. He almost whacked me off. That would have been terrible. Oh my god. That would have been so bad. If he did knock me off there, I'd have had to have gone all the way back. I'd have lost 2 minutes. Woo! That was close. Oh my god. This is what I like. This is why I keep saying the enemy AI in Reignited is brutal. It's so harsh. Oh wow, I just realized what I said, Monka. Leave me alone, okay? It's hot, and I'm like 3 hours into this long speed run. Leave me alone. I did not know what I said until I said it, okay? Look, normally I'm a very sweary person in my own stream, okay? It's taking all my energy to just not swear. It's taking so much of my energy to just not curse at all. It's taking so much of just my natural concentration and energy, trust me. It's very difficult for me to not swear. Especially when bullcrap happens. Fortunately, we had a very good charm bridge, so... The level that hates me normally was pretty kind to me today. I need to drink too, because my throat's getting all scratchy. I know, but like, if I swore at my normal level, you wouldn't like it, trust me. Don't be an... That's... Dude, I'm a living Eminem record, okay? This is why I choose to not swear at all, because if I do, I get carried away. Like I normally do. I mean, for when I'm doing, like, YouTube recordings or, like, in marathons or something, I can hold it together. But in my own streams, I'm very, Eminem recordy. So, I try not to at all, so I don't get carried away. Alright, weird skip coming up if I can grab it quick. This is a very weird skip, though. I've not got it. Oh, I did. Nice, okay. That just allows us to get up there without needing to go all the way back around and up there and jumping across. It's really dumb. Alright, we have enough gems to rescue Bentley, the Yeti. I am human, but I'm also a human that does decide to swear a lot. It's just the way I've always been. You would not believe how many times in school it got me in trouble. So put it like this, okay? So my most common swear to use in my own streams is the C word. I'll spell it C-U-N-T. It's a very common swear over here in the UK. It's not as offensive over here as it is in some other places. And you would not believe how many times using that word in school got me in trouble. Ouch. What the heck happened there? I'm so confused. Don't whack me, Snowball. That's not good. Again, I don't need to explain much here. It's very linear, just... Oh, crap. Move. Move forward. Wait, what's he doing? What? I'm really confused right now. Wait, what happened? Yeah, I'm local recording. I local record pretty much all my speedruns just in case. Okay, okay. Just curious, that's all. I can talk, you know, like, between, like, levels. On my end, on my mind? Pretty sure stream on my mind. Dude, okay, I didn't know... Okay, you need to share your mind technology with me, dude. Being able to just go into someone's stream in my mind and not have to worry about being on my PC or my phone, yeah. You need to, like, give me that technology, dude. That would be dope. I could just lay in bed and watch speedruns with my eyes closed. That'd be banging. That'd be amazing. Why do we not have this technology? Ah! That's not good. Ah! Damn it. Stupid flipper. I've not had to do this in a while. Stupid a-hole. So his text box is rather big, and I got a really dodgy angle. Because of that, the stupid elephant hit me. There was supposed to be a skip I could do there quickly, but nope, because I got interrupted. So. Oh, I could take that. Like, I'm one of those weird people. I suffer with a phobia called nilophobia. It's the fear of nothingness. So, I have problems if there's no sound. Like, if you put me in a sensory deprivation tank, I will have a panic attack. I can't have no sound. So when I sleep, there has to be something in the background. Typically, I will put Twitch on and just let someone speedrun in the background whilst I'm trying to sleep. There has to be something. I can't sleep with nothing there. Whether it's sound or, like, light or something, there has to be something going on. Come on, stupid boxing. There we go. So to do that pretty easily and pretty quickly, we just alternate between 2 different attacks. Wait a minute. Am I running? No, I think I've got all the eggs, right? I think so. It looked for a second that was behind one. I don't think I am. It looked for a second that like I'd missed one. I don't think I have. But I haven't done too many runs with this new route, so I'm still getting used to it a bit. Before we go into the Scorch boss, I need to quickly grab Spark's energy, because I am really low. There we are. Okay, like I said before, this boss fight is going to dictate whether or not we save 5 minutes. So let me explain. So in the boss fight, Bentley will throw you 2 different kinds of ammo. He'll either throw you red bullets or green rockets. Now, okay, the trick is, when we get the final hit on the boss, we need Bentley to spawn a set of green rockets. And if he does, during the death animation, we can pick them up and then take them out of the boss fight to use in a level. Now, it sounds easy, it's not, because you're dealing with the RNG of what he throws you and dealing with position RNG, and it's a big mess, trust me. Odds are I won't get it, but I can still get it, technically. It's just difficult. It's so hard to do this trick. I quickly run up to him, because he should then shoot... Oh no, he didn't do projectiles. That was weird. Okay. That normally forces him into projectiles. Luckily, there is a minor RNG manipulation you can do here. So, if there's 2 sets of bullets lying on the floor, Bentley will only shoot green rockets. So you can manipulate that part of the RNG. But it doesn't help that much, because the timing still has to be there. You still have to be really impeccable with the timing. Also, to cheese the boss, what we can do is if we can hit him as he's flying around, he will instantly stop and shoot a volley like that, and that's what we want. We want him to shoot volleys. I'm going to miss him this time, though. I'm not quick enough. Yeah, I'm not quick enough. But he went for a volley anyway. Nice. Good RNG. But as I said, there's 2 bullets on the floor, so he's going to throw nothing but rockets now. But they will despawn after a little while, so I'd have to be quick now. Okay, last hit. And he is really out of sync. That is not good. I'm going to have to let him spawn something. They're really out of sync. This is not good. I've got to let him spawn something. What is it? It's a buzz. Okay, fine, whatever. And one of the bullets despawned. That's not good. Okay. Oh, both of them despawned. That is not good. That didn't work. No. Crap. That's annoying. Alright, we don't save 5 minutes, unfortunately. So, like I said, I got screwed with his position. His positioning was so bad. And then the timing was off as well. He was throwing power-ups as Scorch started to move. That's the worst position you can be in. It's terrible. Fortunately, I know the backups. Okay. The reason why it saves so much time is because you skip paying moneybags 1,000 gems. So we now have to farm 1,000 gems in the final home world. Fortunately, I can do it pretty quickly, but you still lose 4 to 5 minutes. So a lot of what we're doing here now is gem recovery, because I need like a bunch of gems now. Okay. I technically could go for it again and still save time, but I'm not going to. Odds are I won't get it anyway. I'd rather not just waste 2 minutes doing the fight again. I'd rather just go and get gems. Especially in a run that's this long. I'd still like the PB in Trifecta, which I can still do. I can definitely still PB. There's no question of it. Because my PB doesn't get Scorched Storage either. So, my Spyro 3 PB does. What about these ones? Pop. Pop. Beautiful. Alright, there's a weird skip coming up here, actually, if I can get it. Almost. We're trying to do a glide and a hover onto this torch. There we go. That skips us right to the end of the level. So we're just going to quickly go ahead and charge down here. It's a very fun game to run, but a very frustrating one, trust me. I love Spyro. Spyro 3 is like my third favorite game of all time. But it's one of the most frustrating speedruns, at least in Reignited, purely because of all the RNG involved. There's too much RNG. Fortunately, I'm not planning on running Spyro 3 on its own anymore because I got my third place back. I don't care about record, I just want my top 3. I don't care about record in Spyro 3, I just want my top 3. That's all I care about with this game. Come on. What the? Oh my god, that was close. Oofta. Alright, collecting gems as we play. I still need a bunch of gems. This is not good. Whack you. Give me the egg. This is the last egg we need in here. Oops. I had to skip a bunch of splits here now too, because the splits I have reflect if I get storage. Because typically you want to go for storage, but no storage, so we have to go with the weird method. Okay, collecting more gems and into Dynamines. Dynamines in the whole trilogy is the most bullcrap level for enemy RNG. You'll see that as we get hit a bunch of times in this level. It's ridiculous. The enemies... Wait, I am missing eggs. That's not good. I'm missing an egg. Where am I missing it? I knew I was down one. So the subs, no. 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 What? That is Outpost. How did I miss an egg there? I somehow missed an egg here. How did I miss an egg? I'm so confused. What? How on earth did I miss an egg in here? I am really confused right now. This is like the most linear level in the game. How the hell did I miss an egg? What? Literally, you'll see the egg right now. It's right there. Literally on the main pathway. Alright, now we can continue. That was completely my bad. Whoops. Okay. Now we can go to Dynamines. I can't believe I somehow missed that egg. That's actually unreal. There we go. Not really. We actually only lost about 40 seconds because, remember, it's timed in the in-game time. Real time doesn't really matter too much. Okay, over there we go. Got to try and get a bunch of gems in this level because I'm behind by quite a few. It's not too bad, trust me. As long as you can find where you missed the egg pretty quickly, you're okay. Like, as long as you realize where you messed up, you're fine. Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay, nice. We're nearly 800, which is cool. Okay, so just like with the wind tunnel way back at the start of the run, the in-game timer is not being calculated here because we can't access the guidebook. Like I said earlier on, the in-game timer, I think, only counts when the guidebook is accessible. And since it's not here, this actually doesn't contribute to the in-game time in any way. So, it's pretty decent. I can't believe we've already made over $100 towards the, you know, the charity in the first run of the marathon. That's dope, dudes. Well done, guys. Feels good, man. Alright, we're done in Dynamines. Next level, Desert Ruins. Now, there's a few skips in this level that are actually quite difficult and can easily be failed. So let's hope we don't. I think we're on track for our eggs now, though. I don't think we're missing any. I still don't know how I missed that egg, but okay. Nice. Life takes us back to full. Alright, so we grab that egg, and then we're going to go and grab this one from the Egg Thief. There's no real way to skip this one, we just kind of have to beat the Egg Thief. It's not that bad, though. There we go. Alright, quickly run over here. Grab this one. Also, really jammy soundtrack. Love it. The soundtrack is fantastic. Bum 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 wow wow. Do 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 do. Talk to me, because if we don't, this can soft lock. Thank you. Oh my god, the textures are screwed again. Jesus. Right, quick skip to the end of the level. What is going on with this game today? What is going on? This place looks like it was founded by Ganondorf. What's going on? I'm so confused. Ah! Oh my gosh, that was close. I must have docked too early. Alright, we're going to do what's called a damage boost here. So we're going to use this to boost up. And grab this egg. Quickly jump over here, glide up, grab these two pots. And then hopefully if we did the glide correctly, which we did, over here, grab this egg. And then straight over to the Sheila section. This is the last time we go to a different character in the run. Man, the console version of Reignited, I don't know if this happens on PC at all. I've never played the PC version. But like, the textures and stuff get so screwed in the console version. They just did not put any love into the console version at all. They did not care. Clearly, otherwise they would have patched this stuff out. Like, with these textures, it almost looks like it was a friggin' fire. It almost looks like everything was just set on fire. I mean, there's fire enemies in the level, but still. What? And I've had people in my own stream call me a liar because they don't think that, like, this random texture crap happens. It happens. The textures just get screwed for no reason. Like, it's wild. Also, I just saw the in-game time when I went into the guidebook to warp out. Like, had we gotten Scorch storage, we would have been way faster. This is now slower than my actual PB. Like, in Spyro 3, I mean. Like I said, the, that trick saves you minutes. Unfortunately, we didn't get it, which I'm not surprised at, to be honest. Like I said, pretty hard trick. Okay, we're looking okay for gems, but I still need to recover a few more. Because we don't just need the gems for this level, we need 300 more to get a few more eggs when we do a warp out at the end. So we need to go to 1300 in total. Which I can do, it's not that difficult. Okay. Bop. 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 Very nice. Alright, so that's what we needed to pay 1,000 gems for. We needed to pay money back to 1,000 gems to extend the bridge. I mean, it's a little bit extortionate, but okay. Sure, go for it, game. You do you. That's what the Scorch Storage trick skips. Because we get to kill an egg thief with the rocket, and then that will bring us to the end of the level without needing to pay money bags. That's what saves you like 4 to 5 minutes. Little skip coming up here. So this just allows us to skip the slide, which you can easily get wrecked on. And then, of course, it also allows you to skip catching the egg thief, which we have to do. Because we didn't get the storage, so we have no choice but to do it the normal way. It doesn't take too long, but, like, you do lose about a minute, so... Because with the rocket that you get from Scorch, you would come in here and then shoot the egg thief in the airplane. And that will warp you to where the egg thief was wrecked right at the start. So, like, of where he was then a minute ago. So that just saves you a bunch of time. Like, if you want to contend for a top-level run, you have to get Scorch storage. There's no other question. You have no choice. It's one of the things that makes Spyro 3 the most frustrating to speedrun out the 3 because of that trick. That trick is brutal. And if luck is not on your side, then you're not going to be quick. I'm still short a few gems. Quickly pick up a few around here. Okay, that should help. We want to warp all the way back to Molten Crater. Yeah, we're on track for eggs now. Because this part we couldn't access earlier on because we need Sergeant Bird for it. How many gems am I short? Okay, I can quickly grab them. Beautiful, we have enough. Okay. So all we've got left is to grab 2 egg thieves. Pretty self-explanatory. These ones aren't too difficult, I guess. They can be if you're not prepared for the yellow one. The yellow one's the harder of the two. Beautiful. And there we go. That's 100 eggs. Now we're just going to warp to Desert Ruins, because that's going to drop us off right in front of the Sorceress fight, pretty much. And then that's the end of the run. Oh. Woo. And then I can open my window. I kind of need to. It's really hot in here. Ooh. Okay. Final boss. It is so hot in this room. Like, I'm sweating so harsh. Woo! Dude, I wish it was, like, ice cold in this room right now. I love the cold. Alright, so this is pretty, again, like other bosses. We've got to wait for Agent 9 to drop as power-ups to use against the Sorceress. Fortunately, he's easy to predict in this version of the game, and you can just stand here and wait for it, because it's going to drop around here. Like I said, there we go. Oh my god! Ah, damn it! Still got her, though. This has definitely been a long run. Okay, there we go. So you hit her twice with the cannons, you hit her 4 times, I think, with the tank, and then 6 times with the UFO that we get. So now we're going to wait for him to drop us a tank. Ah, nasty. Oh my gosh, stop moving. Dude, wild. Really bad Sorceress fight. Holy heck. I think we're at the correct point though. Agent, when you want to drop me a UFO, that'd be great. Pretty please. Oh, he did. Nice. Okay, I see it. Alright, there we go. Ah, damn. Stuck in the loop. Need to break the loop. Wild. Come on. Got it. Alright, time's ended.
It's a funny thing.
Okay, now we find out what our total runtime was. That's cool. GG, end of the run. So that was 44.42. So to put it into perspective, that's about 6 minutes behind my PB. And a lot of that time loss was because we didn't get storage. Our total time for the run, 2:09:33. I'm pretty sure that's a PB. Pretty sure we just PB'd, which is very spicy. I'm just going to double check my actual PB on this. So, let's see. Spyro 1 we definitely PB'd. Spyro 2 we didn't. Spyro 3 we didn't. And Trifecta we did by 3.5 minutes. So I'll take that. But thank you for letting me host this run. It's been awesome. We had some really cool donations, a really good chat. If you don't mind following me on Twitch, that would be great. The link has already been posted by Nightbot, so thank you so much for watching this. I'll give you back to Fleet Fest, and I'll see you guys on Sunday for the last run of the marathon. I'll catch you later, guys.